Hey guys, Bleanders here, and last Sunday was the 62nd running of the Daytona 500. So in last Sunday's race, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. started on the pole with Alex Bowman starting alongside him in second. So with President Donald Trump in attendance for this year's Daytona 500, before the drivers could even take the green flag and were still under pace laps, there unfortunately ended up being a patch of rain that went over the racetrack and forced the cars to have to pull into pit road, which it didn't even end up raining for very long before they're able to dry the track back off and get the cars back out on the track and finally take the green flag for the race, which after Ricky Stenhouse Jr. started on the pole, he went on to lead the first 20 laps of the race, before another patch of rain went over the racetrack and brought out the red flag and once again forced the cars down pit road, which this rainstorm ended up being worse than the first one earlier, but after that storm stopped and the jet dryers were out drying the racetrack again, there was another rainstorm that was supposed to happen later after the second one, so since it was already starting to get kinda late and there was another rainstorm in the area, they just decided to postpone the race until the next day on Monday. So then the next day on Monday, with the race now able to get back underway, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. continued to lead until a little while later when Brad Keselowski took the lead away from Stenhouse, and then battled Eric Almirola for the race lead, but was able to hold on to it until lap 49 when Chase Elliott then took the race lead away. Then a few laps later, we had our first caution of the race, as William Byron got bumped from behind by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and flew through the grass and hit the inside backstretch wall, which then for the restart with Chase Elliott still out front, he was able to hold on to the lead and go on to win Stage 1. Then in Stage 2, after the pit stop between stages, Denny Hamlin was able to take the early lead. Then a few laps later in the stage, the caution came out for Quinn Houff, who lost control of his car on the backstretch, and BJ McLeod reacted to his crash and went up into the backstretch wall. Then on the restart, with Denny Hamlin continuing to lead, he was able to lead the rest of the way to go on to win Stage 2. So then in the third and final stage, after the pit stop between stages, Kyle Busch had now taken the race lead, until a few laps later when he lost help from his teammates and gave the lead to Keselowski, who then lost the lead to his teammate Joey Logano, but then took it back again after Logano pitted, but then lost it again to Jimmy Johnson, who then lost the lead to Kyle Busch, who then went on to lead until losing power with 19 laps to go and gave the lead to Keselowski. But then on the backstretch, with Brad Keselowski battling with Ryan Newman for the race lead, Eric Almirola gave Keselowski a big push and got him sideways and sent him into the backstretch wall, bringing out the red flag and causing the big one at Daytona, taking out 18 other cars along with his in the crash. So then on the restart, with 11 laps to go with Ryan Newman now out front, he went on to lead until a few laps later when the caution came out for Reed Sorensen and Timmy Hill, who collided on the backstretch. So then on the restart, with Ryan Newman still out front with 5 laps to go, he continued to lead until 2 laps to go and Hamlin took the lead from Newman, but then the red flag came out as Ross Chastain tried to make a move under Ryan Preece and shot up the racetrack in turn 1 and collected multiple cars, which then made the race go into NASCAR overtime. So then on the restart in overtime, with Denny Hamlin still out front, the caution came right back out as Clint Bowyer lost control and collected Michael McDowell. So then on the second overtime attempt, with Denny Hamlin once again still out front, he went on to lead until in the final lap on the backstretch when Ryan Blaney pushed Ryan Newman past Hamlin to the race lead, and then coming off turn number 4, Denny Hamlin pushed Ryan Blaney to try to get back past Newman, but Newman came back to block but spun and went airborne in a scary crash at the finish. But for the win, Denny Hamlin was just able to edge out Ryan Blaney in the second closest Daytona 500 finish ever to go on to win this year's Daytona 500. So congrats to Denny Hamlin on winning back-to-back Daytona 500s and winning his third Daytona 500 of his career. But unfortunately, as for Ryan Newman, after the race he ended up getting immediately rushed to the hospital and ended up suffering severe injuries from the crash. So I just want to send out prayers to Ryan's family and friends, Roush Fenway Racing, all the paramedics and firefighters that helped and are still helping out in this situation, and also all the NASCAR fans that were impacted from his crash last Monday as well. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Be sure to put down in the comments below if you guys did end up watching this year's Daytona 500 last Sunday and Monday. Where did your driver or drivers that you guys were rooting for end up finishing? For me, Chase Elliott, just like he did last year, ended up finishing 17th. Even after getting caught up in that big crash in the final stage, he was able to get out with minimum damage and was still able to finish the race. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video or later.